And Negroni.
I was going to say the same thing.
Spagliato.
Mmm.
With Prosecco in it.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
You choked on popcorn, yes, and then... Sorry.
I don't think Jesus turned water into Prosecco. I've always said that. I've always said that.
Oh, I'm supposed to put on the cheering.
I'm like...
And everyone shut up, or we have things to talk about.
Oh.
Yeah, we have things to talk about, remember? Let's start off because I really want to eat this. I want to talk about this snack that I have sitting in front of me.
Oh, yeah. What is that?
This is a Nature Valley wafer bar. Now, I don't know if you are cultured enough to know what I'm talking about, but like in Sunday school, they would give those like little strawberry wafers.
I love those.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? They like come in like a big rectangle, and there's like a bunch of little wafers, and they all crumble apart, and they have cream in the middle.
Well, they have pink, the white,
Yep.
and then the chocolate.
There's also a blue one, I think, but I don't remember what flavor that was. Yeah. Anyway, this is just the adult version of that. Like, it's that for adults.
I didn't know they made wafers.
It's new. I just saw it at Target the other day and was like, that looks good. And then I took a bite out of it and it's like,
And it tastes like it?
wafers. Yeah, it has
How many
granola
calories
on top.
is it?
200.
Not worth it. This ice cream sandwich was $150. I'm going to take an ice cream sandwich.
Look, it's got granola on the top too.
Stunning. So it's like dipped in like a white, and then the inside's, it's strawberry? Very crunchy. I can hear it.
It's really good. Let's see. It's made with oat butter. It has like 17 grams of whole grains or something. I don't know.
Does it have fiber? Who cares? No one cares.
2 grams of fiber.
Okay.
That is 6% of your daily value.
6%. Dang.
21 grams of carbs, though.
Who's counting?
Not me. Although I will say I probably should.
I should.
I just spent a week in Hawaii eating whatever I wanted.
That's kind of nice, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's catching up with me.
So before we get into that, should we start with what we're watching?
Wow.
Okay.
Sure.
You've got a lot on here, so you go.
I'm eating. My God.
Okay, fine, I'll go. Okay. This one, whatever. You know, I watch a lot of documentaries, like on Netflix or whatever. Just like murder stuff. I was watching like stalker ones. People
Tell us
just,
your
like,
true intentions here.
that were like convicted stalkers and stuff. But I watched this one. This guy was convicted of murder. Like, killed a guy, shot him 6 times at a subway. Convicted of murder, was put on death row, was supposed to put to death. Gets off death row, serves 30 years, and gets out. And he's like, just out. And it kind of follows his whole journey. It was kind of crazy, but
Has he killed
like,
anyone else yet?
he's like super religious, and that's how he kind of like, no, I don't think so. But like a lot of people are mad about it. It was just interesting to like see him. I mean, because he was like 19 when he went to jail or whatever, and he's like, there were no such thing as smartphones and stuff. But now he's like super religious, and he's like, you know, all about that whole life.
And I immediately thought, like, I just watched something that was about a serial killer.
Which serial killer?
No, it was a season of Jessica Jones where the bad guy was a serial killer.
Oh. What's Jessica Jones? Have you talked about that before?
Yeah, it's a Marvel show, old Marvel show from Netflix, and then it's on Disney Plus now. So, anyway, continue. What else were you watching? I'll go back to that later.
Oh, I can't remember. Have I mentioned I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I've mentioned it. Oh, I'm still watching it. It's funny. It's not like the best show in the world. I'm not like, haha, I'm going to watch this show like over and over and over. It's like all right. Like I'm already like committed to it. So
I think it's one of the better shows out there. Have you seen
like,
The Good Place?
Yeah, I like that one.
I love The Good Place.
I usually, when I watch a show, I get really attached to the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they almost, like, feel like you're friends. And, like, you get excited to, like, watch the show. And when I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the characters just aren't it for me.
Sure.
But I'm still watching it. Like, I like it. I probably won't really watch it again. Like, it's not like a comfort show.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh, my God. My dog is making noises.
Now, I know what I've been watching. So while I was in Hawaii, hang on. Oh, that was a work text. I'll read that later. So while I was in Hawaii, I finally watched the movie Twisters.
Okay. I don't think I've seen it.
You haven't seen Twisters? Mm-mm. It's so good. It's on Peacock. What did everything just get dark on your side?
My monitor just turned off.
I was like, where's the light? Yeah, it was really good. You know who, what's his name? Frick Frack. What is his name? Glenn Powell. Mm-hmm. His character, guess where he's from?
Where?
Arkansas.
Really?
Representation, baby.
Speaking of Arkansas, I told my coworkers that I made snow ice cream, and they were like concerned for my life. And I was like, my friend told me that's what they do in Arkansas, and they're like, you trust someone from Arkansas? And I was like, good point.
But was it good? Was it worth it?
What?
The snow ice cream.
Yeah, but then
Would you do it again?
Yeah.
See,
it was just interesting how it worked.
They just don't get it.
Yeah, they're old.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you're listening. I'm just kidding.
Where are they from? Where are they from?
I don't know.
Oh, well, trash. What else have I been watching? I finished all of Jessica Jones
Okay. Dang.
the other day. Maybe it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or Saturday. But yeah, I finished all of Jessica Jones. Season 1 was the best. Season 2 was okay. It took a while to get to like speed up and get into the point. Season 3 was pretty decent. So I'd say 2 and 3 are tied, but season 1 was by far the best. And then I started watching The Punisher.
How many seasons are there of that?
Of what?
The Punisher.
2.
I think I only watched season 1.
I'm on episode 2 right now, so no spoilers.
It was good, but why didn't I watch? Maybe I watched 1 and then I just didn't know the second one ever came out.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah, I don't know.
It's good though.
But he's coming back in the new Daredevil show on Disney Plus.
Oh.
That comes out in 2 months. And then I also rewatched Mean Girls the musical.
It's not for me.
Don't ask me why.
I'm not
I was
watching
like,
that.
somehow it came up on my Spotify, the music did, and I was like, I guess I'm going to watch this tonight. And so I watched it, and I'm still upset about who they cast as Katie.
I just have no desire to watch that.
It's so good. I mean, it's all right.
I don't like musicals,
I know that's fair.
but I tried with Wicked, and I will see the second part
But you were invested.
because I'm invested in the story, not the singing. Every
Okay.
time they come on to sing, I'm like, oh, again? And then I went saw it with Justin. Was I with Justin? Yeah, he was like, it's literally a musical.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know, but they're singing so much. He's like, it's literally a musical. I'm like, yeah, but they can talk some of the parts out. Why do they have to be like, oh my gosh, let's walk this way? It's like, just say it.
I'm defying gravity. Oh, your TikTokers use that as a sound or something. Speaking of TikTok. Well, hang on. Let me also talk about what I've read.
Wait, I have one more thing I'm watching.
Oh, she's watching something else. Continue.
Well, it says podcast. Okay.
I would be
wanted to-
listening.
But I watch it. I watched the video.
Can you hear them up there?
Yeah. It's like,
It's their sliding glass door.
so this podcast, okay. Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yes.
I don't listen to every episode.
Me either.
But every once in a while I get on and I'm like, oh, does he have any interesting guests? Because I like to hear what they have to say, or they'll have interesting conversations, but depends on, if he's got a UFC fighter, nah, lame. He had this guy. I don't know what you call his title, what he is.
Wes Huff? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, it's like a religious guy.
Yeah, no, you don't understand. Everyone was going all out because they were so excited that he was on the show.
So
I listened to half of the episode. I didn't make it through the whole thing.
yeah, I I think I'm halfway. I still have like, it's so long. I have like an hour and a half left.
Hours long.
Okay, so I'm halfway. And I was listening to it because I was like, like sometimes I find that stuff interesting to hear how people think and what they, and this guy like is like super in depth with like all of this stuff. And I'm like, whoa, it's so cool to like hear. And I was like, I should tell Seth about this. You already know, so then never mind. But it's just interesting. Like I don't even know really what he's talking about half the time because it's just like way over my head.
Yeah.
But it's just like interesting, and I'm like not in that realm, but I'm like, cool stuff.
I wonder if I could quote that and use it as like a source for one of my research papers in school.
Probably.
Which, speaking of, I'm back in school again. I took a break for when I moved, and now I'm back again. So that's fun. I have an assignment due tonight that I haven't touched yet. I read the Bible passage, so we'll take that. You know, that's in the list of things we read, the Bible passage. But nice. I just finished it today, actually. So like when I initially put it in here, I was still like, I'm going to tell you based on what my Kindle said. It said I had an hour and a half left.
I know. I always go off that. I'll like be reading and I look down the corner. I'm like, okay, there's only 2 minutes left in this chapter. I'm almost there.
Yeah, I'll look at the time and be like, I have an hour and a half. I'll set this aside and read it. So I finished Ready Player 2, which is the sequel to Ready Player 1.
Makes sense.
It's nowhere near as good as the first one. Like it took forever to like get to the story, which kept me from reading it for so long. Because like I've owned this book on my Kindle for like 3 years now since it came out, and I just now finished it. And I started it like I think I went back and restarted it when I started reading it again. But
it's a movie, right?
Not yet. The first one's a movie.
The first one is okay.
They're making this one into a movie too.
I didn't know it was based on a book.
Yeah, the book is so much better.
Why didn't I know that?
Yeah. So anyways, that's what I was reading. I'm not sure what my next adventure in book reading will be. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I like on the Kindle I get on and do the sample. And I kind of decide like if I like it. And there's so many I've gone through and I've read like a chapter and I'm like, it's good, but like I'm not like, oh my gosh, what's next? What's like if I get through a sample and I'm like, then I buy it.
Yeah, I just like to use the library thing, Libby, and you can get them for free. And you have 14 days to read them.
That's true. But if I really like it, I'll get it. I read. So I think we talked about it last time. Remember, I read the Make Your Bed or whatever. I finished that. Which
I found that book, by the way. It's now on my bookshelf.
There you go.
Because I now have a bookshelf. I have a couch and a bookshelf now. Bookshelves.
It looks nice. I saw your video.
Yeah.
It's coming together.
It's coming together. I just need a dining room table and some wall art, and then we'll be all set. Which, speaking of, I have a housewarming list on Amazon. I'll put it in the description of this video if anybody wants to get anything for me.
Yeah. Put in
there's some wall art on there.
Below.
There'll be a link below for sure.
I'm thinking about getting some wall art. I kind of have an idea.
I do. I know exactly what I want. And it's artwork.
There's nothing that sells my like. I might have to make it.
Let me. I'll pull up some pictures. Hang on.
I'm wanting like newspapers, like front page of newspapers, but they're like kind of trendy, right? But all the ones I see, they're like super like girly or like women in power, and I'm like, I kind of just want some like chiller, funny ones. But I was like, what if I made newspaper ones, but used my photos from Divots?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
But like black and white, yeah, kind of. Okay.
So this is one of them. It's
oh my God.
David with the head of Goliath.
Violence.
And then the other one is this one.
What is that?
These are a bunch of angels.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. So, and they're both by this guy, Gustave Doré. Gustave. But they're so expensive. Why is art so expensive?
Because
then I have a whole list of other things for housewarming stuff, you know?
Isn't being an adult so fun?
No, because if I bought all this right now, I'd be so broke.
I had an Amazon like order come in the other day and I was like, ooh, what did I get? Like, I can't remember. It was so boring. I bought like I needed some new socks. I got like cotton balls. I got like something else, and I'm like, ew, none of this is fun stuff. It's stuff I need.
Yeah.
It was so
soft
late.
stuff. And I still, like, no matter what it is, I love opening an Amazon package.
Yeah. I
I
still
don't
get
know
excited.
what it is.
Yeah. Where did we put all those socks?
But yeah. So anyway, that'll be in the description. So tell us about your adventure with muscle relaxers. I'm curious.
Well, I was going to say the new book I'm reading is called Never Split the Difference. Even though you read something else.
I thought you already talked about that.
I was
Sorry,
saying the
continue.
Make My Bed one, and then
Okay,
I started this one. It's basically about like negotiating, but it's like
Okay.
business, but also just like in life. But I haven't got far enough into it. But right now it's talking about like FBI negotiators and like the tactics they use. But it's supposed to be like helpful tips for like life and that.
Intriguing.
But I'll give you an update. Right now I'm still like in the sample part, but it's kind of long.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But okay. Muscle relaxers. So
I'm very curious.
Did I talk about on here
Yes.
yet about my neck?
Yes.
Okay. In my journey, I can turn my head now. I'm not 100%, but like I'm better, right? I didn't talk about the muscle relaxers on there.
No, because you told us about the neck thing like right after it had happened. You hadn't gone to the doctor yet.
Okay. I, for the life of me, cannot get into the doctor. I have an appointment finally on Thursday that I made weeks ago. Like I cannot get an appointment. So I was in so much pain. Like just sitting like this, I would just be almost like in tears, like not even turning my head. And I'm like, I'm trying not to be like a little bitch, you know, I'm like, but I'm like actually in pain. So I call the nurse hotline. I'm like, let me see, because they can maybe get me an appointment. This thing. Anyway, I have to go to urgent care. I'm like, so I go like to an urgent, it's called patient first or whatever. And I'm like, they're just going to like give me meds and send me on my way. Like there was like a problem here. My neck still hurts, but so he prescribes me these muscle relaxers. I'm like, I've never had any before. And he's like, I'll give you like a low dose, you know, because they could knock you out. They're going to knock you out. He's like this crazy, like urgent care doctor.
Yeah.
So I get home, I'm like all scared. You can't drive. You're not supposed to work. I take one. Nothing ever happens. It's like I never even took anything. And I'm like, that's really weird. And so a couple days go by. He was like, take one, wait an hour, and then take another one just so you're not. I'm taking two. I'm like, I don't think, am I supposed to take more if I still don't feel anything? I called them back, like that urgent care. I'm like, hey, I don't really feel anything. Should I take more than what the bottle says? Like I'm asking like your input, or should I come back and get a different prescription? And she was like, come back and get a different prescription. Because I'm like, maybe 3 or 4 I would feel something. I just thought that was weird. Like, I'm like, maybe it's just like a super low dose.
Yeah.
So then he prescribes me. I go back. He's like, okay, this is probably like 2 days later. 'Cause I'm still in so much pain. He's like, I'm going to give you this one. He's like, it's going to knock you out. He's like, I take it and I'm knocked out for 3 days. But the thing is, he's like, but my wife will take it and she doesn't feel anything. And I'm like, so I get it. I get home. I'm like scared. I'm like, because I just like, I just don't like not being in control of like how I feel. Like when you drink alcohol, you can just like stop and then like sober up.
Yeah.
Like drink water, eat some food. These pills, it's like, what are you gonna, you know, how long? I don't know. It's scary. So I like take one. I swear like 2 hours go by and I'm like, but I'm taking them at night. Cause like if it's supposed to make me sleepy, I'm not going to ruin my whole day.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like fall asleep for the whole day. But it was like 2 hours and I'm like kind of waiting and then I'm getting sleepy, but I'm like, it's like 10 p.m. So I'd already be getting sleepy. So I'm like, is that the meds or am I sleepy? And I think they work like a tiny bit. Cause like I would feel like a little bit better, but still they didn't knock me out.
Yeah.
And like my neck was still like tight and I was like, okay, so I'm kind of like immune to like these muscle relaxers. Like I really like everyone's like, yo, like when I tell people, I'm like, oh yeah, I got prescribed muscle relaxers. They're like, yo, get ready. And I'm like, my mom's like, don't get addicted. I'm like,
to what?
To what? I don't feel anything. I'd rather like not take them.
Like this is just sugar pills basically.
So I took them. So I took the one like twice, the one that did nothing. This one I took like twice, and then I just stopped, and then my neck just started to feel better when I stopped. And like it's better now. Like I can literally turn. I can still feel it, but like But anyway, so muscle relaxers, like, what's the deal with those?
What's the deal with that? Okay, Jerry
you guys are getting
Seinfeld.
hooked on those. That's embarrassing. Might as well just take ibuprofen. Like, it's just like, what? They did nothing. And I'm like, well, you know what? My stepmom told me this weekend. She said that my dad doesn't like feel anything either when he takes those. And I think she said someone else in my family. I'm like, is that like a
Genetic
genetics
thing?
thing?
Who's to say?
That kind of sucks though. Like if I ever really need them or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to the doctor one time and be in pain. I'm going to be like, give me all you got because
Give me the
these
strongest dosage.
and they are. And I'm going to be like, kind of helps. And they're going to be like, because I told my mom she's a nurse and she's telling her friends like that I don't feel anything on these. And they're like, what the heck? Mm-hmm. I'm like, I wish I was ready to be like, ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of sad.
Mm-hmm. Well, that reminds me that I completely forgot about this story that's next on the list here. Do you know who Matthew Lillard is?
Why does this look familiar?
Because I may have texted you about it. I think I texted in the group chat about it.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Wait, yeah, you did.
He plays Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies.
I love him.
He was the bad guy in Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
I saw him at the airport.
Did you say hi?
No, because like I saw him and I was like, he looks like Matthew Lillard. And I was like, he looks a lot like him.
I would die.
And he was like standing like, there was one person in between me and him in the line at TSA pre-check.
That's why his name's familiar.
And so I Google him just to like to look and see like how similar does he look. And I look at the picture and I'm like, oh my God, that was him. That was 100% him. And then
Do you ever go to their social media and see if they're posting like in the airport? I've done that.
I think I did do that, but he didn't post anything.
Yeah,
but like he made it up to the TSA lady and then just kind of disappeared. Like he went past TSA and I saw him and he went left. And I was like, I'm going to see if I can go find him now. Because like he had left and I was still like waiting to
I'm
go
gonna
through.
stalk him.
I'm trying to go through. Because like I want a picture with him. That'd be so cool.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
But then he just disappeared and never saw him again. I was like, was that a ghost? I need Scooby-Doo and the gang here.
I would be like, Shaggy! That's cool.
Yeah. So like, I didn't
So
even get
you're
any
basically
pictures,
famous.
like just like sneak any pictures because I was like, I wasn't sure at first it was him. And then when I was sure it was him,
You
he
should be
was
like, you better shout out our
disappearing.
podcast. So one time I saw, Mike Rowe. I think I talked about this
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Dirty Jobs. When I saw him at the airport, he's on my plane. And at first I was like, let me make sure that's him. And I went to Instagram and he was posting like at the airport. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we said hi to him. He sat in front of us on the plane.
Did you get a picture with him?
No, I was too like, you're just like on the plane. You don't want to like bug him,
Like,
but I was
listen.
looking through the seat crack and he was writing his book on his
Oh,
laptop.
that's cool.
And this was probably a couple years ago. So I wonder if I think his book's out or it's about to be out.
You probably mentioned in it. There's this lady spying on me behind me on
Yeah,
the
she
plane.
thought I
as
could
write
see
this.
her, but her eyeball was like through the crack, like looking. What if he was typing? He was like, I know you're looking. I would be like, ah. That's so cool that you saw him though.
So yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing in Seattle or at the Seattle airport, but he was there.
Dang, you think he'd be like on a private jet?
No, I really like at this point, I'm like most celebrities, like I don't think that they have that much money to, pay for a private jet. You have to
'Cause
be
it
like
is a
Taylor
lot.
Swift rich.
It is a lot, like per flight. And it's probably like, you're just like, let me just get a ticket and like go real quick.
And also like he's not super, super famous. Like he's
Yeah.
known for a
He's
few
watching.
things. I mean, he's like a B-list actor.
Yeah, like the fact that he could go through the airport and not be like mobbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so
But
cool.
so that was really cool.
No.
Do you know what today was?
Today?
Today was important.
Actually, today is the reason I was in New Jersey this weekend. It's my dad's birthday today.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Happy birthday, Dakota's dad. Shout
birthday,
out.
Dad. Yeah, I went and surprised him this weekend. My stepmom had been planning it. They were at B-Dubs on Saturday morning, or like 11 or whatever for lunch. And he sends me a picture of his blue moon, as he always does. Like, we always send a picture of our beers. And I walked up next to him at the bar, and I said, because like we always make fun of the orange that they give you. It's like the tiniest sliver. And we always say that it's like weak. So I walked up to him, and I was like, that's a weak orange. And he was like, huh? He was so confused. But yeah, so I got to hang out with him all weekend, which leads me to what else today is. Well, MLK Day.
Oh, yeah.
But also,
it's Milk Day.
Milk. What we did today is we watched the Trump inauguration like all morning.
Yes.
Now,
not to get political, but no, I just want to like talk about like, okay, the big thing was like the Carrie Underwood song.
Oh, the music didn't work.
The music didn't work, and I was like, how long
She
are
had
they
to
just going
just like sing
I
it.
was like,
That was so awkward.
no, I was like, how long are they just going to wait? And then I was like, she could just do it a cappella. She's a very talented singer. Just do it a cappella.
I bet you they already had that as a backup. Like,
And then like a minute later, she's like, can you guys help me out with this if you know the words? And then she started singing a cappella, and I was like, see, I knew it. That's what they were going to do.
it was so awkward. It was just like quiet, and everyone's like,
And her face, she was just like,
she's like, that's cool though. She handled it good.
she
But
did.
The inauguration was kind of boring, but like me and my dad were watching it. We're kind of like, we made it fun because we're like watching it because it's like a big, historic thing. But like people were walking in, we're like, who's that lady? Or we're like, we're not like not making fun of people. Or like when Trump and Biden like got in their car, some lady got in with them. And we're like, that's not their wives. We're like, who is this lady?
Who was that?
They eventually said who it was, but like the whole time we're like, there she is. Who is that? Like, we were just having fun with it. And then like Obama, when he was walking in, he like has some swag, like when he was walking in, you know? And then we're looking at the former presidents, and we're like the Clintons. I was like, they're old. Like, maybe I haven't seen them in a while, but I was like, damn.
I just flew from an airport named after them recently.
But then Bush, me and my dad were like, it looks pretty good. But I'm trying to think what else was notable.
Something else notable was when I turned it on, like this guy was singing like some opera piece or something. I don't know.
Oh, what was his name? Yeah.
I don't know, but it was like right before they walked out onto the stage. And all I could think about that entire time was the ending part of Step Brothers.
Oh.
Where he's like drumming, and then Will Ferrell's character comes up and starts singing an opera. And I was like, I sent that to my family. I sent a link of it, and I was like, this is what this reminds me of.
That guy was good, though. He was so good.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. But
Who am I to judge? I know nothing about that kind of music.
I don't either. He just sounded like good.
Yeah.
It was crazy because when Trump was like giving his speech, every few sentences or something, people would stand up and clap. He'd be like, and I'm going to do this. People would stand up and clap. None of the former presidents or anyone, like pretty much just like the former presidents, like on that side, none of them stood up and clapped for anything that he said.
I'm not going to lie, I wasn't paying that much attention at that point. I was kind of bored with it.
Even like Republicans, like none of them stood up and clapped for anything he said. And so it's just kind of funny. He did like the first part of his speech, he just like shit on Biden for like everything they did. Me and my dad were kind of like, you already have the presidency. You don't really have to like say that. You know what I mean?
Wants to, I guess.
You could just go up there, accept it, and then say all the things you're gonna do. But he like spent a while like shitting on them, and we were like, yeah, you already made it. Like, you don't really have to.
You know what he didn't mention? TikTok.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
People freaked out. It was only banned for like a couple hours.
I know, right? I was like, my sister deleted the app off of her phone, and apparently it's not available anymore in like the app stores. And so she's like, how do I get it back? How do I get it back? And I was like, well, you can't. It's gone.
Yeah, I heard someone at these young like employees at Topgolf, they were like, I deleted it and now I can't get it. I know, I was so stupid or something. But if you went on that morning. Well, she said it. My stepmom said it had like a message or something, but when it came back, I screenshotted it. It was like, "Thank you for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the U.S."
He banned it. He was the one who initiated the thing to get it banned.
I'm like, this was before he's even president, though. So,
yeah,
I don't know. What else at the inauguration? The people like talking because they're like, "Oh, here comes so and so," or this or that. They were like showing the whole crowd, and they were like, "It's like just." They basically said it was just like a room of white people. They were like, "There is not really that many colored people in this room."
Well, Barack was there.
Yeah, but they were just saying like if you just looked, it was like mostly just old white men.
Well, that's 90% of politics, you know?
Oh, yeah. So Elon was there. Dana White, the owner of like UFC. Mark Zuckerberg. What's the Google guy's name?
Theo Vaughn was there.
No, he wasn't.
One of the Paul brothers was there.
I'm so, like these people were on like the.
I don't know if these guys were like up front or anything, but I saw there's a guy that I went to the schoolhouse with who is now working at the Pentagon or something. And he was there in his blues and he was getting photos with like Theo Vaughn and with, I think it was Jake Paul, the skinnier one.
They're both kind of, it was probably him because Logan has like a wife and a kid now and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, these were the people I'm naming were like up there with like Trump's family and Biden's family.
Yeah.
Like they were up there, like Jeff Bezos and his fiance, which have you ever seen her? Google a picture of Jeff Bezos' fiance. I want to see your reaction.
He's so old.
Like
Jeffrey Bezos.
I'm not going to judge anyone's choices.
Bezos.
She's just.
Oh, congratulations. Why does she look like a bitch?
She has
Actually,
a lot of like plastic surgery.
She looks like Sandra Bullock with a lot of plastic surgery.
Well, my stepmom was like her. She kind of like has like fish lips. Like
Her food.
She's like
They're very long and flat, and the bottom one just kind of. Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So all those like people were up there. I'm trying to think who else like notable. I don't know. There was. I mean, it was just like a bunch of billionaires that they had up there. But. Ooh. And then, you know, the new vice president, J.D. Vance. I don't know if we talked about this.
Yeah, he was a Marine combat correspondent, which is what our job used to be.
Yeah, and he went through DIMFOS.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
And he's only 40.
Wrote a book. He wrote a book, and that book was turned into a movie on Netflix.
What is it?
Hillbilly Elegy. Elegy, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, I went to Hawaii last week.
Sorry.
And like half of these like topics that I have on here are from Hawaii. So we'll start off with one that's near the bottom. When I left, I thought I left my apartment unlocked, and I freaked out because I was in the Uber on the way to the airport to leave, and I was like, "Oh shit, I left it unlocked. What am I going to do?" So I texted my landlord, and my landlord, it's the weekend, so they didn't respond. And I was like, "Oh crap! I think it's unlocked. I think it's unlocked." I ended up texting one of my coworkers because I just moved, so like I still don't know my coworkers very well, but I was like, maybe they'll help me out here. And I was like, "Hey, I'm on an Uber. I'm almost to the airport, and I think I locked myself out of my apartment. I think I left my apartment unlocked. Can you go check and see if it's unlocked? There's spare keys in there." And she was like, "Yeah, I'll do that." So thankfully she came and checked, and I had locked it. I was just being paranoid because what had happened was the night before I was like washing laundry so I could pack, and it didn't all get done until super late. So by the time I packed, it was like 2 a.m. And I was like, I got to go to bed. I'd already reserved my Uber. So like it was showing up at 9 o'clock was when I had it scheduled to show up. I wake up. I think it was supposed to show up at like 9:15ish or something, but they came early. And I woke up and looked at my phone, and it said, "Your Uber is 1 minute away." And I hadn't packed any of my stuff for the bath, any of my hygiene stuff from the bathroom yet. I was planning to get a shower, put on some fresh clothes, and throw it all in my bag.
Oh, that would ruin me.
So that didn't happen. I rushed to the bathroom. Well, I changed clothes first. I rushed to the bathroom, packed everything up, threw it in my bag, and was like, I'll be out there in like 10 minutes. Give me a second. And then my bed, like normally I like to come home to a well-made bed, you know? No, my bed was a mess when I left.
Disheveled.
Like everything was everywhere. And I was like, I'm going to grab my trash real quick. I'm going to run out there, stop. I stopped. I like set my bags down, looked at the guy, and then ran over into the dumpster and threw my stuff away and came back. And he's like, are you Seth?
You're like,
I was
unfortunately,
like, yeah, that's me. He's like, all right, cool. He's like, I wasn't going to cancel because I know no one else was going to pick you up at this time. And I was like, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that was that. And my flight ended up getting delayed, I think. I don't remember. But while I was there, so I was there for like a work thing. So like we did work stuff during the day and then had the evening/afternoon to like explore the island. So we were doing like PTs in the morning. And that first day we didn't do any PT at all. We just all got to sleep because we got in throughout the day and jet lag and all that. And so we just kind of chillaxed. I ordered some food, stayed in my room. And then the second morning, we went to do like a beach, like swimming type PT exercise event, bonding thing. No, it's not cool because as soon as we got out the door of the hotel, it started raining.
Oh.
And then we walked all the way out there in the rain to the beach. And then
what part of Hawaii were you in?
Waikiki.
Oh, okay. I think you told me that.
So this is not ideal for swimming that ocean. It's not. It's just rocks. It's not sand. It's rocks.
Oh.
And so it was painful. Eventually it stopped raining and then we were in the ocean and got to see like the sunrise while we were swimming in the ocean, which was kind of cool.
Ooh, that's nice.
And then the second day we did yoga, which was supposed to be like sunrise yoga on the beach or something, but I guess they had too many people, so it got moved inside. And while we were doing yoga, towards like the end, this old lady with no pants on, she just had like her swimsuit on underneath a shirt. She like just walked up with her hand raised behind the instructor and then grabbed a towel, came right in front of one of our people and said, "Can you move, please?" So they backed up a little bit, made room for her. She put her towel down and immediately just like bends over with her whole like bare ass, like not bare ass, but like her cheeks were out.
Yeah.
To the world to see, like these old saggy
flapjacks.
And she joined in, and then this lady was like saying something, and she goes, "That's because you're beautiful." And we were like, what the hell is going on?
What?
And then she's like, the instructor was like, "All right, we're done now, and let's all go put our towels back where we got them from." And this lady goes, "Can someone walk with me? They don't like me here. They're trying to kick me out." And I was like, probably because you're like a meth head or something. What is going on?
Yeah, you're like a crackhead. What the heck, lady? Like, relax.
So that was our second PT. And then our third one was we went and did a hike to a lighthouse, which was pretty cool.
That's nice.
So that was nice. And then, so one night we went out to do like a social, and we ended up going to Kona Brewing, which, you know, I know how much you love Kona Big Waves.
It's my favorite beer. And
it was all right. I mean, I got drunk off of 2 beers because I hadn't eaten anything like all day. So I was like running off of an empty stomach, just slamming down a couple beers.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was like, oh, wow, I should have eaten today.
You're like, oh, you guys.
I got a pizza, and I mean, it was a pretty good pizza. But anyway, yeah, that was cool. I got a hat from there just to rub it in your face.
Give me it.
And then another evening, I went and got a massage.
Okay.
I was like, I am so like I could tell like I was just tense all over. My back was hurting.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, 60 minutes was not enough to get out all the tension that I had.
Jeez.
I walked out of there feeling maybe 20% better, and I was like,
you need to go like weekly or whatever.
There's like 3 years worth of stress and just tension in my body.
Was it good at least?
I mean, it was good. Yeah, it was a good massage.
But like, yeah, you like, probably can't get it all in one.
They were like, just strip down to your underwear. And I was like, okay. And then I'm laying there with a towel over me. And then she starts like starts massaging my back, and then she goes down and just whips down my underpants.
What?
Not all the way, but just like halfway down. And I was like,
crack out.
Oh, okay. Guess
Like, I feel a breeze.
Guess that's happening. Okay. But yeah, and then she put them back up when she was done.
Yeah. Because they go
Yeah.
kind of like low.
Yeah. And like, in
Like-
case you didn't know this, a lot of tension is held like in your butt cheeks.
Yeah.
So in your glutes. So
Maybe that crazy lady at yoga, she just
I don't
needed to
know.
let the cheeks out.
I don't know.
Let them hang loose.
And then the last night I was there, we went to the adults only pool. Which tell me why an adults only pool closes at 6.
That is so lame.
Yeah, me and my buddy Andrew went there and we sat in the hot tub for a few hours. Then when it closed, we went down to the beach and just chilled there at the beach, watched the sunset, Mm-hmm. And then I went back to my room, packed and watched Twisters and had my second triple dipper of the week.
Triple dipper. I love it.
Which, in case you didn't know, there's only one Chili's in Washington, and it's like 4 hours away from where I'm at.
Jeez, what the heck?
Yeah. And there's only one Texas Roadhouse, and it's on a military base.
What?
One Slim Chickens, and it's on a military base.
You moved to the wrong Washington.
But there's cities everywhere. Like, I was driving to pick up this couch today, and I drove past another city that was like 10 minutes away from my house, and I was like, well, that's just, why is there so many cities everywhere? But, I mean, it's beautiful out here. Also, let me just say, I fit a whole sectional couch into the back of my car.
That's kind of crazy. When you said that, I was like, how does that work?
Like, I texted the guy, and I messaged the guy on Facebook, and I was like, hey, is it disassembled? And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, can you send me pictures of it so I can see if it'll fit in my car?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, sure. So he sent me the pictures, and I was like, I think this will fit. And then, so I pull up, open my trunk, and he like peeks in. He goes, I think it'll fit.
At least he was like cool about it.
And then we started like
it.
just shoving things in, like, because like this long part of the couch that like sticks out, it has like storage in it. And so
like
we
the
threw some,
chase
like,
part.
I don't know what it's called.
I think it's like chase.
But it had like it has like a storage compartment in it, so I just threw stuff in there, and then we took the bottom pieces off of a couple of it and just shoved it all in there. I was driving back, I couldn't see shit. Like,
You made it though.
I'm just saying, like, my windows were blocked off by the couch, my back window was blocked out by the couch, and so all I was working with was 2 little rearview mirrors, and my car has a big ass blind spot, and I was like, if I change lanes, odds are I might hit someone.
I know, we were on the phone. I was like, just like start getting over slow. Like someone will move or honk at you.
I mean, I survived. I almost didn't, and it wasn't my fault. This guy with a trailer, I guess he forgot he had a trailer, and so he like zoomed in front of me to get in the lane right in front of me, and he almost clipped me with his trailer.
It's
I
so
honked
annoying.
at him.
That's so scary about driving because like you can be like the most careful driver, but
And
it's like
someone else
other
could just
idiots
be, yeah,
on the road that you gotta watch out for.
it's awful. Yeah.
And he popped.
So, yeah, that's been my week. It's been kind of eventful, kind of not, kind of relaxing, kind of not.
I'm trying to think what else I did besides like this weekend. I mean, for work, the students had to go into, so I think I talked about it last time when I drove the van into Baltimore with my students.
Mm-hmm.
So this time we went to Annapolis.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. Drove them into Annapolis, walked around with the instructors, like got food and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been there a whole bunch, so we're going again Wednesday.
Do you guys just like chill out while the students do their thing?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll
Yeah.
just get like a free vacation day to Annapolis.
We drop them off, and like we still like monitor our phones, like if they need us or anything.
Yeah.
But we went to Starbucks. We walked around like the stores, like up and down the street. He went to lunch. Yeah.
Where'd you go to lunch at?
Chop something. It's like right there on the water.
There's a breakfast place not too far from there that's pretty good.
Well, we're going back Wednesday, so
If I can find the name of it, I'll send it to you.
yeah, let us know because we'll probably go eat again.
I think
But
it's like
a
called like the
different place.
Iron Rooster or something.
That sounds familiar. Wait, have I seen that?
Iron Rooster, Annapolis.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it. The Iron Rooster.
I feel like I saw it because I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds really familiar.
Yeah. Breakfast all day.
Oh, the Bills.
They have homemade Pop-Tarts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Bills won. They beat Baltimore, actually.
Yes, I'm aware. Joey would not stop posting about it.
We were at Buffalo Wild Wings for the game, and my dad was so stressed because my dad's, a Bills fan, as is Joey.
Wait, you said
And
you
my
went to the
dad-
Chop Tank?
Oh, yeah. I think that's what it's called.
That's like a 2-minute walk from the Iron Rooster.
Okay, so then that's why. You said Iron Rooster. I'm like, that is so...
I was like, it's right there, because like everything in Annapolis is really just right
maybe
there by
I've
the water.
eaten there. Because I've been down there a few times.
I don't know, maybe. I think there's also like a bar nearby that too that I've been to. But I think it was Federal House. That's what I went to. Yep, I've been there too.
Oh, I think I've been there.
It's all right. Anyway, you said the Bills won. They beat Baltimore.
And now they play Kansas City next.
Ooh,
And I hope
Pookie's
they-
gonna love that.
I hope they fucking beat them because I'm sick of Kansas City.
That's where we're supposed to be stationed.
No, I'm just sick of the team. They keep winning. It's annoying. But we'll see. We'll see who goes to the Super Bowl. Oh, let's see what
I'm
you're
gonna take the
highlighting.
Browns to the Super Bowl at some point.
Yeah, you always do. Okay, so I wrote on here, I'm a new person, new hobbies, still no social media. I was in a really good mood when I wrote that. I wrote that a while ago. But, I don't know. I've been, ever since, after Christmas break coming back, I feel like I've been, in a good routine. I've been taking, vitamins, and I swear I'm, feeling a lot better, more energized. I still, have my days where I get home from work, and I'm I want to sit here. But, all the things that I'm, trying to do, I was just I feel like the house is always a mess. I was struggling to, keep up with my own little, not, dirty, but just little messes.
Yeah.
Or clutter here and there. But now I feel like I'm just on top of it. What else? And I was I'm wanting to read more, and I'm reading more. And just getting into new little hobbies and stuff.
Like the piano?
Yeah, playing the piano, and
Still doing that?
practice with my iPad. Yeah, I just practice my little games on there. It takes me through, and I'm learning all the keys and stuff. And it's fun, and I'm finally sticking to things. I don't know if it just took going home, seeing family, taking a long break and coming back, and then it was just easy to do. But I was I don't know, I just haven't felt that in a really long time where I'm things are coming easy to me.
Yeah.
And I was even though my neck was destroyed, but I mean I still feel that way. Even before I left this weekend to see my dad, I already did all my laundry, my uniform's washed, so I literally just have I had to get my dog, and now I'm just here to do the pod, and I don't have to worry about. Normally, the old me, I know I say the old me, but I would have all my laundry to do tonight. Nothing would be ready for tomorrow. I would be not feeling good, and now I'm kind of chilling. I was we'll do the pod, ordered food, and I had groceries delivered. So while I was driving back from my dad's, because I was I just can't go to the store, and I want to have stuff for the week.
Yeah.
So I just had a couple things delivered. I'm
Look at you go.
So yeah, and I still have no social media, and I think it took me a while to kind of get used to not just open my phone and going on it. I feel like I talk about this every episode, but I don't even want to get it back. I really don't even miss it. And I think that's the reason why I'm able to focus on other things.
Yeah.
It's because there's nothing to do on my phone, or if I watch YouTube, I'll put it on while I do stuff or fold laundry. So it's just been good so far. Good start
That's
to the
good.
year. So I hope it stays this way.
I do too.
We'll see if, I don't know, as the episodes go on, I'm just back to my bullshit, but hopefully not.
I also started taking some vitamins.
Oh, what kind?
Vitamin D.
Wait, I think you told me about this. I don't
Did
remember. I thought you did.
I think I may have told you on the phone.
That's a lot of people don't realize that they need more vitamin D, and it can affect energy levels, your mood, and all of that.
Well, my therapist told me to try it, so here
Well,
we
there you
are.
go. I'm taking a multivitamin, I'm taking a prebiotic, probiotic, like in one.
So
And
you
then
should.
I always be shit. and then a stress relief one. I feel like it works. I don't know. But I always have
Wait,
this thing.
is that like the gummy brand?
Ollie. So
Yeah, I've taken the stress one before too. It didn't really work that well.
I think for me, maybe it's just in my head. I'm gonna let it be. But they also just taste like candy. But did I take them today? I don't think so. I get a little sweet treat. But okay, so I've tried vitamins. I try vitamins and then I stop, and then I try vitamins and then I stop, because I think they're fucking with me, and then I'm just stupid. I don't know. I'm like, they're vitamins.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, oh, you could take it with food, because I took a bunch one time and I projectile vomited. I think
you told us about that. Yeah.
And so I'm like, ugh, then I stopped again. But then I'm like, I want to take vitamins. Like, people live by these things.
Yeah.
So I know people have talked about, I think, the Ollie brand or whatever. So I started with just the woman's multivitamin one. Take 2 a day. But I've tried gummies in the past and they gross me out. And they're like nasty, or they almost like have a powdery. But these gummies are
they're
actually, like good quality, and they don't gross me out. So I'm like, okay. I saw the stress ones. I was like, let me just try those. And they just taste good. So I have those. And then I was looking on there and I'm like, what else can I add to that's super good? I don't know. And I guess gut health or whatever. So I'm like,
Yeah.
And they're like a different gummy. It's got the sugar on the outside.
Ooh.
And I only have to take one of those.
Ooh.
So I'm just taking those 3, and I got a pill holder, and I don't have to worry about taking it with food, because it is food. There's calories in it, and they don't make me sick if I just, because I put it by the Keurig in the morning, so when I make a coffee, it's right there. And while I'm waiting for the coffee, I can just take them, and they're right in front of my face. If I see them, if they're like the pills, I'm like, oh, now I gotta find something to eat with it. I'm hungry. It's 6 a.m, and then I'm like, oh, I'll take them later, and then I forget.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know they're more expensive, the Ollie ones and stuff, but I'm like, for me, it's worth it to have not nasty gummies.
I have the men's multivitamin, and then melatonin. So they're sleep ones.
Oh, I think I have actually some of those. I don't really take them unless I really need them.
Same, yeah. It's if I cannot sleep and it's 3 a.m., pop one of them bad boys.
I have the travel pack. It's just a little rip off thing, but those are good too. Or if I feel really stressed, or there's something the next day where I'm anxious about it and I know I'm not gonna sleep, I'll take one, or if I'm a little sick or something, but I don't want to take a PM med that's going to make me feel drowsy, I'll take one of those to kind of ease me
through
sleep.
the day. So we've talked about what you've been eating. What's your dog been eating?
Oh my God. He has, I can't even explain. I'm about to go on a rant with my fucking dog. I take him to the vet.
You take Doc to the doc, okay.
I take Doc to the doc, okay, because it was oh, he needs his little checkup. I'm like, whatever, he's getting old. He's literally hacking behind me. I don't know if you can hear it. And he has a heart murmur, but it's a low grade, nothing crazy. We're just going to keep an eye on it. He needs 2 teeth extracted, which I actually just got invoices, or not invoices, but estimates, I guess. It's a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. And then she was like, he is so overweight. And she was talking about his weight for a long time. And I was like, Doc, you're so chunky. I was like, okay, I got it. Feed him less. And she's like, sorry, I won't keep going on about it. But yeah, he's 8 pounds overweight. And he's so little. He's not that big. I guess he's super overweight, which is bad for him because he's a wiener dog. And it's bad for his back because his little belly pulls down on it. So I'm like, all right, I'll cut back on his food to save his life, save his back. He has been rebelling. I barely cut back on his food. He is finding things and eating them in the house. And he's never done this. I mean, he's about to be 9 on the 25th. I have to show you like what he's been doing.
What has he been? I'm curious. Your homework, maybe?
I wish. So like I got groceries. I turned away for like half a second and he ate through the hot dog bag and ate hot dogs. I'm like, when did you do? I was standing right here. That was the first thing. And I'm like, you little, he ate the plastic. Like threw it to the hot dog. I'm like, well, I wasn't going to eat 8 hot dog buns anyway. But I'm like, still, bro, like I just got it from the grocery store. I just like brought the bags in. And he just like went to town. Then, I don't know how he found this. It's like...
What is that? It's a coffee can, but what's in it?
Stay Green Bites.
Oh.
They're little dog treats or vitamin things. But he's like trying to chew through the plastic to get to them. And I'm like, he's acting like I'm starving him and he's going to die. I swear it's like a couple kibbles less. Like, relax. I'm not even done.
He heard them, like, they call me fat, so I'm going to eat more just to make them mad.
This was my fault because I like to leave him out when I'm at work. He got like into my closet, into a bag, into another bag, and like into those. I'm like, I don't even know those were in that bag. Like, and people were like, you're like, you need to stop letting him just get in, find stuff. But I'm like, I don't even know it's there. He's discovering it. And then...
You're going to, like, lock him up while you're at work now?
Yeah, he's going in his crate. He's locked now.
What is that? Okay. I can't see what that says.
That's the it's a jar. It's a plastic...
What was in it?
A bunch of freaking pet, like, allergy chews. It's an actual, like, full up, like, jar with lid. And he ate through it. Like, it's not supposed to be, like, a hole like that. Like, there's a lid, and he ate through it. Like, they've got, like, ingredients and stuff, like, on the back. And I'm like, you're gonna die. Like, I don't know what's in those. You're about to die.
Did you tell the doggy doctor?
No. Also, I have never seen this jar in my life. Where did he get it? I still can't figure out where he got that.
That's hilarious.
I'm like... when I left for work that day, because this is all different days, I closed everything. I made sure there's nothing he could get into. I don't know where he got that.
The getting place.
And I'm like, he's killing himself. I'm trying to save his life. And then...
He's like, just release me, please.
3 a.m. Remember you asked me because I was like, I got up at 3 a.m?
Oh, yeah.
He woke me up to go have explosive diarrhea outside. I'm not joking. It like exploded like liquid. Like, it just, dogs don't make that sound out of their butt. Like,
yeah, they do.
I'm so mad. Then I'm not even done. Same day as the one I just showed you, I bought floss picks. He ripped open the bag and just took out all my floss picks because they're minty. I'm like, I was like, I'm done.
Flabbergasted.
I was like, I'm done. I don't fucking care if he kills himself and he dies.
You're gasted or flabbered.
I'm all of it. And I think that was the last one of him doing that shit. I've been locking him away. I mean, the whole weekend I was gone, he went to like his little boarding place. But I'm locking him in his crate. I'm not doing it anymore. I was getting so upset. And he's just like acting like I'm starving him, or I'm like not feeding him, or like I cut his food in half. Like normally I do this like whole scoop. I swear I'm doing like from like that much less. And his kibble is like it's barely any less. And I was like, you know what? I don't care that you're overweight. I'm going to start feeding you what I was feeding you before, because I can't
just take him out to exercise more.
But it's also like freezing, and it's like it was like snowing yesterday.
That's fair.
But I normally do walk him a lot more, but like the whole sidewalks and everything, there's like ice and snow, so it's like hard to walk him because I have to like in his like little paws, and he can't really walk on the salt. So that's literally, that was my whole week this past week.
That's crazy, girl. That's crazy.
And I'm like, I'm about to eat my whole thing of stress gummies because I'm about to turn into him and just start gnawing through and eating all my stress gummies. But no, if he's in it, and he loves his crate, he goes in there even sometimes when I don't put him in there, he'll go lay in there. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying not to be a bad mom. Jeez, I just have to lock him away, I guess. That's what he gets.
Well, and on that note, I would like to offer our listeners a note of, in conclusion, stay blessed and don't stress. This has been the Yapaholics.
I'm trying. What are you typing? What are you typing right now? I'm trying to be a good mom.
It's the title of the episode.
Oh.
Anyway, that was this week's episode. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, I thought you were texting me, like messaging me on the notes, like you're trying to do something.
No. So bye.
Bye.